Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Let's start today's video off with a recent update from Brandon Curry ahead of this year's Olympia. His coach Abdullah recently posted up these images and said they're coming in better than the 2019 Arnold Classic, but also 10 pounds lighter. And the 2019 Arnold Classic was Brandon's best version, so Abdullah is expecting Brandon's all-time best at this year's Olympia. And I have to admit, the level of condition that Brandon is in right now, probably the best I've ever seen at 2.5 or 3 weeks out. Now, I still think Brandon winning this year's Olympia is going to be a tall task, but he definitely could shock some people. We seen an off Brandon Curry last year place 4th at the Mr. Olympia. Where does an on Brandon Curry place? And let's switch over to Derek Lunsford. I grabbed this clip from a YouTube video he posted a day ago. I will leave the link in the description below. But I'm pretty sure we're all looking forward to seeing Derek at this year's Olympia, and a lot of people have this guy walking away with the title. I still haven't put together my official predictions, but Derek Lunsford will definitely be within their top 2. Let me know in the comment section below, where do you guys currently have Derek placing? And I've said this pretty much Derek's entire Olympia prep. Derek has had the most impressive physique updates this entire year, in my personal opinion. But of course, the updates are cool, but he definitely has to bring it to the stage, and I think that he will with Honey Rambod. Again, Derek Lunsford did not do the Arnold Classic. He had a health phase, he went into his off season, so he has a jump start on everyone that did the Arnold Classic, but Heidi didn't do the Arnold. Now let's switch over to Horse MD. This guy is absolutely massive and should be competing in just 4 weeks at the Romania Pro. And just to give you guys some context on how much size this guy has actually added, in this update, Marcelo is 271 pounds. His classic physique weight cutoff was in the 220s. This guy absolutely blew up, and it still looks like he's pretty classic. Arguably even more classic, having a bigger quad sweep and bigger shoulders. Now let's switch over to Tonio Burton, who recently posted up an update. Looking pretty good at about 3 weeks out from this year's Olympia. Conditioning is definitely where it needs to be. My only worry about Tonio going into this year's show is just the size. He has great structure, great shape, great conditioning, but how is he going to stack up size-wise against some of the best bodybuilders in the world? But on the other hand, our 10th place finisher last year, Rafa Brandao, was not the biggest guy on stage, so I definitely can see both sides. Now let's switch over to 212. We have a recent update from Keone Pearson, the prodigy, and Keone hasn't really been posting many updates, but he is definitely focused on this year's Olympia. And I would say that Keone has the best structure in the 212 top 6 Olympia and also is the best poser. But Keone definitely has to bring the conditioning that he did bring to the Texas Pro. And Keone being a younger guy, he's not going to have the muscle maturity of a Sean Clarita or Angel Calderon. But if Keone comes in peeled, paired with the structure, the posing, he's definitely going to be very hard to beat. But where do you guys have Keone placing at this year's 212 Olympia? And let's switch over to classic physique. We have a recent update from Chris Bumstead, and there honestly isn't much to take from this update, except for Chris is in pretty good condition and possibly has even more muscle maturity than last year. It's possible that Chris Bumstead is improved once again and is going to bring his best to win his 5th Olympia title. And even though we're still a few weeks out from the Mr. Olympia, I'm going to make a bold statement and say that Chris Bumstead wins his 5th title. Now let's switch over to Breon Ansley, who recently posted up an update. And I'm expecting the best Breon Ansley we've seen in at least the past 2 or 3 years. I'm not expecting Breon to come in and win the title or even to place second, but I am expecting a very good version of him. And I'm also looking forward to the posing routine that Breon is going to bring to the Mr. Olympia. You guys know I'm a big fan of the posing. Now, speaking of posing, Urs Kalecinski, an excellent poser, recently posted up an update, and this guy is absolutely shredded ahead of this year's Olympia. Possibly has more muscle maturity than last year as well. And again, I'm very excited to see the classic physique division. We haven't really seen full physique updates of Chris Bumstead or Ramon Dino. We've seen Urs, Breon, Terrence, but I wonder how this new version, this more conditioned, more muscle matured version of Urs Kalecinski is going to stack up next to the competition. Let me know in the comment section below. Can Urs Kalecinski move up from their 3rd place placing this year? Can he potentially knock out a guy like Ramon Dino? Can he hold off Terrence Ruffin Rough Diesel. And in the next update of the day, we have a recent update from one of my favorite physiques in the classic physique division. Branch Chen Kang is 5 days out from the Kim Jung-ho Classic as he attempts to qualify for next year's Olympia. And he is the highest ranked bodybuilder on paper going into this show, so he should win and earn the early qualification for next year. Great situation for Chen Kang. Really wish he was at this year's Olympia, but hopefully he wins this show and gets a full year off to improve. And in the next update of the day, we have a recent update from Stephane Matala. And we haven't talked about Stephane in a little while because he hasn't really been posting many updates, but he is qualified for this year's Classic Physique Olympia. And let me know in the comment section below, what are your expectations for Stephane? I believe he definitely has top 10 potential. He has a little bit more weight to play with, but not much. I'm not going to put any expectations out yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing him. Now let's go ahead and wrap up today's video here with the archive of the day. You guys let me know in the comment section below, who is this bodybuilder? And as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Keone from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.